Labor Day, Monday, my pops made us open. That's cool, I ain't tripping. I was like, hell yeah, work on the box, and then this goddamn rain. He could have went a little cleaner on the brackets, but I mean, I don't think it looks bad. It'd be up to him if he wants to redo them. I'll probably go ahead and just put it all together and then just touch stuff up that you see. But I think it's looking good. Dice el gato. Okay, ya con eso. What's the deal, fellas? We got a little bit of downtime. Let me try to hit the wagon right quick. Plenty of things we got to get it to finishing. We do have our air management in. These right here, but we ain't got no tires and this is on jack stands. I figured we try to crank on this motor. Last time I was able to free it loose, so it's definitely spinning now. So I'm trying to see if it'll crank up. I do have a nice carburetor that I have from the convertible since we did the switch over to fuel injection. That battery's temporary, and I also have some ram horns. I don't know if y'all remember, I bought these for the donk thinking they would work. Yeah, I had bought them for the donk thinking they would work. So man, I hope they work on this project. Be real nice, that way I can use them, and plus we won't have to spend no money. That's the name of the game on this wagon. Try not to spend too much money, and damn, we already got the first issue. I see it. I'm gonna have to get the carburetor plate, the adapter plate, unless I want to change the whole intake. Yeah, I don't want to change the whole intake. That adapter plate like 20 bucks or 30 bucks. Damn. But I'm gonna have to. So let me also put the hopefully the wires are still good. I'm gonna use them same spark plugs. Put a cap on there. I'm not gonna worry about the cooling system right now. I just want to crank it up. That's why I brought jumper cables and the battery. Let me look for the rest of the parts that I can scrounge apart right here before I have to go make a store run. I was about to test fit them ram horns. And I forgot we got a broken stud, which we could leave for now. But look, man, every hole got goddamn dirt daubers and all that. Damn. Gotta clean that up. Alright, the threads actually are real dirty, so I'll spray them with WD-40 and try to clean them as best I can. But I need my tap and die set straight up so I can clean the... I've been trying to put the bolts in there and it's just gonna mess them up. So I gotta tap and die. I'd rather just wait. But while I wait, I'm gonna try to tackle this broken stud. I'm gonna try to apply heat to it. I got these deals right here. These will work, but this one's the smallest one I got. And it looks like it's barely wanting to grab. Really need a smaller one than that, but we're gonna give it a shot with that one. So let me try to heat it up with my little plumber's torch and give it a try. Yeah, I ain't got the correct size in them, so we're gonna go old school. Heat it up and try to get it with the vice grips. It ain't a budging. Ooh, and this wrench is hot as hell already. I'm not 100% sure they're gonna work, but the motor's definitely not gonna be sitting right there. I think it's gonna be sitting a little bit back. We gotta use the motor mounts off of a X-frame 61 style car. Those are the 80s motor mounts. They are not gonna work. So, hey, they might work. I don't know. I got gaskets and all that too, but like I said, I got to clean out the threads. So I'm gonna just mock them up right there. I guess I'm gonna have to make a parts list. I hate it. I thought I was gonna try to be able to crank that bitch on today. I gotta go get a base plate adapter deal for the Edelbrock. I got some hose here in the gas tank. I hope that shit, we ain't even gonna have to worry about fuel, dog. I'll just pour some in the carburetor, see if it'll stay on. And then I'll worry about fuel. So I gotta put that cap back on, put the spark plugs back on, put all the wires, get that base plate. Alright, let me make a list. I'm sure I'm gonna forget something. Alright, we back on the motor for the Cadillac. I know we hadn't worked on it in a while. B was hadn't had time to come over here. So yesterday he cleared this just so it won't get dirty while I handle it. We're gonna leave it silver. And he also did the valve cover gaskets, so those are in there already 100%. And we got a little chip action. That definitely sucks, but I think we could touch it up. He also cleaned up the valley for me. I'm gonna go ahead and do the intake for him. So yeah, I think it's gonna start to look like a motor again. Let me slap this intake on there and see what else we can do on it today. I'm gonna make sure if it fits before I throw down them China walls. I'm talking about the silicone you put in the front and the back. Gasket maker, whatever you want to call it. Oh man, it's gonna be bare right here. We're gonna have to go back through and touch up some paint. We got these Felpro joints. They actually came with silicone, RTV gray. I don't know if we should use that. I made B buy some. Let me see. I think we have it around here. He also got some nice ARP bolts for the intake. This is what I had told him to get me for the China walls. It's black. We got a little bit of trash in the valley. Let me get the vacuum and vacuum it clean. Yeah, let me go ahead and hit it with the vacuum for sure. I just dapped the back of him a little bit just to help put him and hold him in place, you know. Let me tell you about these adapter deals. The thing is, this is a fuel injected motor. It's a 91, so we're gonna make it carburetor. The only difference between the intake is this right here on these center bolts. If it was the old school motor, you just set this down and it's flat. There you go. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a washer. But if you see this one, it's like at an incline. That's because the bolts, I don't know if you could tell, the way the bolts are go in, to make it straight, you would have to put this incline one on the newer motors. If it was the older motor, it would already have the same angle as the intake. So that's the only difference, really. Alright, got all the bolts tightened up where they need to be, where I think they need to be. The only one I don't like is that one. I couldn't get a washer in there. All the rest of them lined up pretty good. I mean, I had a washer in there, but it wasn't seating all the way down. It's holding it down. I just don't like it without the washer, man. I might have to just take a little bit of material off right there, off the intake. Yeah, I think I am. Fuck it. I just took some material off that corners. Hopefully it'll let the washer sit right. I think it looks better with the washer. Hopefully I ain't fuck it up. Yeah, it looks way better with the washer. Shit, starting to look like an engine again. I'll pop that timing chain cover off because we got gaskets for that. And he need to repaint that. But it's not gonna be a bad looking motor in that Cadillac, that black and silver. Alright, so pretty much I can help him do that timing chain cover, but I'm gonna let his ass do that. Paint it. We can start slapping more parts on it for sure. Alright, the other day when we were out riding, we busted the belt. We got the new belt in. Now I'm about to slap it on and see what's up, you know, because it's Sunday, Labor Day weekend. Man, I wanted to cruise. There's a lot of things going on. There's classic car shows, cruises, all types of stuff going on. But went to go get the new belt. I was about to slap it back in there. I think we are having trouble with the compressor. I talked to Rocker Pat. He came over here. Pretty much said that the compressor is gonna have to get it taken a look at again. So he made it right though, by the way. Shout out Rocker Pat. He made it right, but he also said he ain't want to keep messing with it. I go to do this and I hear a leak. Man, one of our hoses is off. Look, come on here. You could hear it. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, this hose right here, you can hear it, definitely. Y'all can see. Definitely leaking. So it really makes no sense to put this belt back because we're gonna have to do that. Well, actually it does make sense. This controls the power steering as well. I can't drive it out. I can't drive this hoe without power steering that good. But I also don't want to drive it without AC, so we might not do this for today. I think we're gonna pivot and let's do something else today. We'll mess with this another day because I might as well try to get the AC fixed 100%. Labor Day weekend, my pops told us that Labor Day, Monday, my pops made us open. That's cool, I ain't tripping. I was like, hell yeah, work on the box and then this goddamn rain. Then I started tearing it all apart so I could switch that gearbox out. This goddamn rain put me on a motherfucking pause. Damn, right here when it's flooding too. Yes. Fuck, ¿la cogida o la nueva? Fuck, dog. Raining again, motherfuckers. I was able to take the gearbox off. I double checked, it is the same one. But goddamn, right when I'm about to slap that bitch back in, it started raining. Alright, got the new gearbox, well, new, old, used, brand new for this car, gearbox in that hoe. Shout out to the homie from Homie's Garage. He hooked it up. The box brethren wanted this whole fixed, so he gave me the part. A month later, I'm putting it on. Let me hook up the steering, and then let me start getting these hoses. I'm not gonna put the tank back right here. I think I need to put it upside, like right side up over here. So I'm gonna have to figure that out also. But I'll click y'all back on when I got that all plumbed up again. Alright, got the new tank. I don't want to make the same mistake and have it to be stressed out like that one to break. So before we had it here, I think I'm gonna try to do it here somehow. So let me see how I get that right here. Hopefully the hoses reach too. Found me a piece of angle iron that I've been saving. I'm gonna use a little piece. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna use that bent piece. Well, a piece of the bent piece. We got the chops all out. Something quick. Alright, I chopped it. Oh, it was hot than a motherfucker. Dumbass. I chopped that piece off with the hose. Crooked like a motherfucker too. Oh well, we ain't going for perfection. We need function. Function first, right? Let me measure this badass measurement right there. Yep, fucking raining again. But here's what I'm thinking with that piece. And then bolt that to that. And bolt that somehow. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna go with. Damn, I'm already scratching the paint. Drill some holes in that bad boy. And we're gonna mock it up. Bang, didn't even really measure. Fuck it. It'll work. Alright, quick little mock up how it's gonna sit. I think it's gonna work. I'm just not gonna put, last time I tightened it too much and like made it oval and popped the cap, and it was sitting sideways last time, so this time's gonna be erect. Well, hopefully it'll fit up in there. We'll check it out right now. Definitely gonna have to trim the bolts, the U-bolt. Alright, let's go check it out how it sits. Get out, y'all, see how it's gonna sit. Now I gotta see how if the hose is gonna reach before I put some bolts right there. I think it is gonna work right there, maybe. I'm gonna check these hoses. I just self-tapped it right there. I'm not gonna leave the self-taps. Sitting kinda in there, kinda crooked because the bottom hose is hidden. I can trim that down. I might have to end up getting a longer return hose or straighten out that fitting. I think that might work though. So before I take it all apart, I'm actually gonna test it like that. I'm gonna throw the oil on there and run it and see what it looks like. If it looks like it might work, then I'm gonna look for some bolts on it. And then maybe have to fuck with the, trim my fender well right there. See how that works. Look like it's working, y'all. Test ride on the way home, and if everything works right, shit, I'll drive it back, clean off, paint this black, polish this out or brush it out, put my bolts, straighten up that little fitting a little bit just so it'll sit a little bit lower on that hose. Oh yeah, trim over here so this will sit a little bit straighter. All right, maybe. Test drove it yesterday home, drove it this morning over here to work. The only leaks I see is right there, but it's because that fitting don't fit right there. It don't really. I might have to look for like an elbow or something. But I'm gonna try to tighten that up. But as far as this goes, the canister, it don't look like it's leaking. So I think we could take it all apart and then mount it for real now. Alright, so I was gonna go making out my holes bigger where I self-tapped it. That way we could put nut and bolt action. But I wanted to put nut and bolt action, but we got a problem because if y'all could see the way the core support is, where I drilled it is like in the middle of it. So that might not work. Dang it, this was good placement. I know I could come forward a little bit, I guess. Then we're gonna have an ugly ass hole right there. Damn. And I don't want to go over too much because you see these lines right here. I eventually would need to put the AC back in there. So I want space for them to connect right here. There's the condenser. Damn. Are we just gonna have an ugly ass hole for now? But then I can't scoot it over too much because then our hoses ain't gonna work. But and then over here I marked where I need to cut for the fitting to fit. And yesterday I fucking bent the shit out of that. It looks ugly as hell. Just to see if it'll make space. So I don't know if it's about bending it back or just cutting this whole piece off. Yeah, it might have went overboard on the chopping, but Fuck it, I'd rather cut once and not have to come back over here. I'm not too crazy about the bolt placements, but that's the only place that I could actually get a nut up underneath there. Yeah, like I said, I'm not super happy, but that's the only place I can get a nut and be able to go in there and tighten it. I think it's gonna be alright. But I'm gonna mock everything up, because I think I'm gonna redo this piece and do the holes more right here. That way I can push it back and cover this hole. But let me double check if I got everything else correct as far as clearance issues, and the U-bolt I have to cut as well. So let me kind of mock it up one more time. Man, we trimmed a whole lot. We might still need to trim some more for that hose, because moving around right there is gonna chop that bitch right there, right at the end of the fitting. But the can is almost pretty much straight up and down. Still needs a little more actually. So I guess I got like, I guess I could scoot it over, maybe. I'm not sure. But y'all can see right there, it's almost covering up my AC lines. I ain't too worried if that hose don't reach. That's the return hose. I can make that longer. Alright, I trimmed down there a little more. It's ugly. I'm gonna redo this bracket, but actually I need to make sure this is gonna work. So right now I tighten everything back up. I'm gonna end up having to get a longer hose, or either straighten out this fitting or something. But I think I need to drive it like that. I do need a clamp to hold this hose, so I'm gonna look for that. But before I'm gonna redo this little angle bracket. Push it back, make the hole centered, clean it up. But function over form right now. It's bolted up nice and tight, but we'll see how I do if I start hopping or whatever. So I'm gonna test that out like that before I make it beautiful, or try to at least. Shit, today's task is keep wrenching on this caddy. We did have the AC blowing snow. It was definitely working. If y'all seen my last video, the belt had popped on us. Well, come to find out, further inspection, our AC line is actually leaking. Rocker Pat actually did all this work on this car for me. I ain't gonna lie to him. Shout out to Rocker Pat. He said he gave up on it, dog. He's like, man, I'm chasing down all types of rabbit holes. He made it right with me. I ain't gonna lie to you. He had initially charged me a whole bunch of greenbacks. He lost money in the end. We lost time. He refunded me pretty much almost all the money I gave him, and he said, take it to the experts. He sent me off. He gave me an contact info to Dixie Air, but I'm also gonna try it before I take it to him, because I was tinkering around whenever I was gonna do the belt. I heard a leak. Well, come to find out, off one of the fittings, this side, it was leaking. So I think maybe what happened was it went low on Freon, the clutch disengaged and engaged, and maybe that quick little whatever, boom, made the belt pop. Might be wrong. Rocker Pat thinks that compressor's just shit, and yeah, they do. He did order it, but them rebuilt joints sometimes just ain't right. Well, anyways, I called the O'Reillys. They don't have this line supposedly. We're just gonna have to look for it. Let's see if we can find it. I was gonna wait to put the line, but as y'all can see, the belt, as y'all can see, my power steering is out. Driving this big ass car with no power steering is definitely not the move. So I guess I'm gonna try to put this belt on real quick. I got the belt back on there. This shit was not that easy, cuz. Both belts back up on there. Now let me go search for that goddamn hose. It's been a few days, but B actually came yesterday. He went ahead and did the timing chain cover, water pump, put all the brackets on. He could have went a little cleaner on the brackets, but I mean, I don't think it looks bad. It'd be up to him if he wants to redo them. I'll probably go ahead and just put it all together and then just touch stuff up that you see. But I think it's looking good. The silvers ain't the same silvers. But yeah, I'm gonna install his harmonic balancer right now and maybe try to get the rest of the pulleys on. He was gonna get the power steering pump going, and he did not know where his pollution pump was. So he was gonna look for that. But finally coming together, yeah. Alright, harmonic balancer on. This one's just right there. We ain't got no fan bolts. I chipped up his harmonic balancer, you know. Had to persuade it to go in there. It's alright, he gotta touch up the bolts anyways. I found B a water neck if he wants it. The only thing is, it's chrome. It does look good with the stainless. The motor really ain't got no chrome. But we could probably add a couple bolts here, a couple touches. Maybe like the oil cap or something. He could paint it black though, or silver. I also found header gaskets. The thing is, I don't know if I want to do them yet because we still ain't did the oil pan gasket. We gotta flip this motor around. They're not gonna be in the way of me doing it, but it's gonna be heavy. Man, fuck it, let's put it on. Got some ugly bolts, but fuck it, he can paint them after we put them on. Touch them up. He's gonna have to do a lot of touching up anyways. Alright, got the motor flipped around. Fuck, I had to buy this gasket for this fool. I told him I had one, I did, I can't find it. So I got that one piece. That bitch like $40. But I had the best result with this one. You know what, let me go ahead and open this hole. They have a few different ones. Some people like the cork or whatever. Then some people, you know, it comes with the separate pieces. I've used this one and this is the best results I've had, to be honest with you. The one piece blue one. Let me open this hole real quick. See, is that one piece joint. Not too dirty, but I'm gonna have to do a little cleaning on the surface area on the block, but it ain't too bad. And then on the actual oil pan, that hole's clean. B had already cleaned it. I'm gonna be doing this with no silicone. Sometimes it's good to put silicone on the corners, but to be honest with you, I think the oil pan is nice and stiff. And in the instructions, it says if it's a flat all the way through surface area, dry. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna read the instructions this time. Oh yeah, I like how that hole sits real nice. While I was getting that gasket for the oil pan, I went ahead and got some carburetor studs for this hole. Let me put this distributor cap back on. I was messing with them headers, but man, fuck it. Let's put the distributor cap on, spark plugs, and see if we can crank this hoe over. Well, we gotta, I wanted to finish the oil pan gasket, but B got some parts that he did not bring us. So that's on pause. So we got back on this thing. I put the distributor cap back on, plugged up the wires. I got my bootleg wire situation going. I tried to jump it with some jumper cables and it wasn't working. I have had done that in the past, but I went ahead and got the cables. I said, fuck it. That way we can't blame it on the jumper cables or not. That battery should be juiced. I had it charging. I got everything plugged up as far as air goes. We do need fuel, but I think my dad's just gonna be trickling gas, and let's see what it does. Shit, we can see if theoretically, right now the starter should bump if I put this cable on the positive. Theoretically. Uh-oh. Starter might be stuck. Let me see if I can jump it directly with a screwdriver. Uh-oh. All right, we got spin action. Estaba media atorada. La marcha, le calé con cablecito y no. All right, let's go get the fuel ready and then we're gonna give it a shot. ¿Ah? ¿Sí quería aprender, verdad?
Sí.
No. Dísele el gas. Ok, ya con eso ya está. Woo, there you go, guys. I just wanted to make sure this hose was not locked up. It did want to crank on. That means we're good, dog. I mean, you know, spark plugs are all fucked up. Everything. I just want to make sure it wasn't locked up. And man, look at the goddamn mess we made. Fuck. Come to find out, shit. A little too late, but alright. Fuck. I made a fucking mess. But we know the motor cranked. That's a damn good sign.